My name is Myles Queen. I'm out here in Portland, Oregon, and I bought the bronze download. It's the only thing I've been buying. Really, because I just wanted backgrounds for my laptop, if I'm being honest, because I wanted more car themed stuff, more cool cars. They weren't just pulled off the internet. And I like what they do at Prime, and I'd love to be able to support them as much as I can, as much as I'm able. And yeah. Yeah. I had initially entered back in 2021, about 4 years ago. I had bought a little hoodie because, well, really because I wanted car merch. That's like the one thing I've not like had outside of like model cars and Hot Wheels. I hadn't had posters on my wall as a kid. I hadn't had like gritty hoodies or like or like blitz hats, anything like that. I hadn't had anything to that degree yet. So I said, you know what, might as well buy something. Have a little bit of have a little bit of a little bit more merch or just merch in general of something that I quite enjoy having around because I've always been like a big car nerd, big into Fast and Furious, the Need for Speed stuff, and Gran Turismo especially taught me how to actually tune the cars. So, getting into that, and the racing has always been a fun thing, and reading up on all that stuff on there, and getting to even if it is like a more artistic car merch, it's still really cool to have something from that's as low key as it is. Not that I wasn't around like super big car people, but the people that I was around weren't really into much of the way of like Japanese stuff. Like my dad's a big Porsche guy. One of my uncles actually used to work on Porsches in college and that kind of thing. Yeah, and that sort of thing. And my other uncle is a big BMW person. At least he owns a BMW that he's got some rims and some sound systems on. So I was not that I wasn't like around all of that, but it wasn't necessarily deep into the fully into the Need for Speed, the body kits and all that crazy stuff. I wasn't that. I mean, I was into it, but I wasn't really like around it like that. So okay, that's well, that's an interesting list because current as of like top three attainable stuff, I would love because they're still decently priced. Thank goodness. Like an Evo 8 or an Evo 9 or like an Altezza, like a Toyota Altezza. Those are very cool. And for like a third thing, just because like I have Nissan in there somewhere, it would probably be like some kind of the one of the four-door Skylines, honestly, one of those, just because those are very cool, 33, 34s, and you have a better chance of being able to find one of those as well, as opposed to the two-door coupes, and especially the GTRs. Like, there's not very many of either of those, especially nowadays. So. I was incredibly excited and a little bit blown away that it was me off again off of such a simple purchase, which is obviously the whole thing there. But like I haven't entered all that often. It's been like maybe four times in total, I think. And that first time, like I mentioned to y'all over the phone, I wasn't really like fully eligible. Like not to say that I wasn't like a resident, obviously, but I couldn't prove that to y'all with the driver's license and like that, and I didn't have passports or anything like that at the time, so I wouldn't have been able to really truly be eligible for it. So that first one I don't really count. So for me to enter only like three times truly and to, for true eligibility, I should say, and have that be bestowed upon me, that winning text, the winning call, and that kind of thing. Because and the funny thing is, I actually even signed up for the text messages because I think I may have missed a call from y'all or from somewhere near y'all like back in June, and I was like, I can't miss that again. Because even if I can't like fully accept it, I don't want to like miss the opportunity of like having had one, whatever that may have been, because I didn't know what the heck it was. And I was like, oh no. So I signed up for the text immediately because I was like, I can't miss it if I am going to win. And lo and behold, I got that text at really early in the morning. I'll be honest with you, well, not super early, but like early enough for me at the very least. I was like, wait, oh, this is for real. I've won the it was really really cool, really just again just mind blowing to be able to win that car, especially of that vintage and that particular trim level as well. There's only, as mentioned in the post, there's only so many of those, and especially so many clean low mileage examples. And it's a rare piece of kit and a beautiful piece of automotive history. I do have a vehicle that I'm working on. It's a '09 SH5 Subaru Forester. It's nothing too special at the moment, just because I don't have the furniture to do it. I'd like to it, but it, I would like to do a little bit to it. A little wing here, a little front lip there, some wheels here. Something just tasteful. I don't want to. The power would be a bit of a not that I couldn't do it, but it would be a bit of a minefield for me, especially because it's not it didn't come turbo, and then trying to NA tune it is not necessarily the most practical thing, shall we say. Not that it can't be done, but it's not going to increase the power by a whole lot, like maybe 30 or 40 horsepower, which is enough, but No, no, my work friends were very much very excited for me, very much like, oh my gosh, you've got that car, or like, hey, maybe you should go play Lotto with the luck you've got right now, and that kind of thing. My family was at first in disbelief, and then secondly, just like, maybe you should like check on this a little bit more, because you don't know if it's going to be like fully, especially because if you're like buying a regular used car, you want to like view the vehicle like in person, inspect it in person, or do that kind of thing, and that's not really an option, given that I'm on, the West Coast and don't necessarily have the money for a plane ticket right now, but had it. So I was like, all right, that's a good point. I mean, obviously, I trust y'all not to, hand over like a rust bucket or whatever like that, but they're not gonna. So they're a little bit more critical of it, not necessarily unhappy, just like, let me think about this a little bit more. So, which is a very responsible thing to want to do, especially because I'm not on the East Coast like the last few like the majority of the winters, for example. Like I'm not in, say, New York or Jersey or Pennsylvania, where I can just like drive down and be like, hey, let me go ahead and see the vehicle before I take delivery or whatever. But no, they were really equally as excited as I was, maybe a bit more subdued, but definitely excited, if nothing else, for the opportunity. That is a wonderful question, because I am actually in school for mechanical engineering, and I'd like to be able to either race cars or build race cars with that degree. And especially because, like I said, I'm big into the racing side of things, like Gran Turismo, for example, reading up on all those race cars and figuring out what downforce does, how to tune that in, how to do the platform stuff, the suspension tuning, all the camber, the caster, the spring rates and stuff like that, and looking at it like, ooh, I could potentially look at how to build some of these, because they have a program out here, a Formula Student, where you can build essentially an open wheel car, from the ground up. So it's a very cool little program that I've got out here. That got at a few different schools across the country and in Canada as well, where you can, like I said, build the Formula car from the ground up, focusing on whatever you wish to focus on: the engine, the platform, the chassis, all that good jazz. And that's something I'd really like to get into, because, as I mentioned, I'm big into the racing side of things. Yes, the cars are super awesome. Yes, the body kits are insane, and I'd love to try to put something like that on my own car. But that's not necessarily the primary reason. It's definitely what got me in, but it's not the primary reason nowadays. But I'd love to be able to race the cars, to build race cars, to have that experience, and that wonderful wonderful opportunity and a wonderful blessing to be able to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think they honestly should. Like I mentioned before, I only entered a handful of times, and honestly, if you're just buying the merch, it is a great little thing. Like you still get a good quality, a great quality hat, a great quality keychain, a great quality hoodie, or whatever it is that you've bought. And the downloads have been wonderful. No corrupted files, no weird no weird pictures, nothing like that. It's all super high quality, and I couldn't be more happy with my purchases and all that jazz, and getting to have be able to have wallpapers of your car, perhaps, or otherwise a really cool solidly done merch, like all of the I haven't bought the hats, but I've seen they're all embroidered. They should last a good long while, and all that good jazz. So I would say take the chance, even if you don't win, even if it's like super goofy on the odds side of things, which it hasn't been, obviously, 'cause that's your whole deal. It's still a really fun, like, the little thing to jump into and to do, because even if you aren't able to win, at least you get to help support what Prime does, and making sure that they can continue to operate as they operate, because I'm sure it's a very expensive business model.